What is up, DTube Steam Blockchain? So today I want to talk a little bit about the topic that HEX is soon going to pass Stellar. So I did a video, sorry, I'm just gonna fix the camera, or I mean the light. So I did a video, I think a few days ago, where, let's see when it was. So I've done a couple of videos talking a little bit about HEX and talking a little bit about when it oh, soon it will pass this coin. So let's see how many days ago it was. I did a video here. So I did it 5 days ago. I did a video called HEX will soon pass Tron TRX. Yesterday I checked the market cap and HEX was at around, I think 940 million market cap, and Tron was at around 920 million market cap. Now I think Tron is above HEX again, but the important aspect here is what I said in that video 5 days ago, that HEX will soon pass Tron TRX, the TRX coin, and that was when HEX was at the top 20 coin. Now today, let's go and see where it's at. So I think it's let's load the page here, hex.live, and let's see. Okay, so it's top 19 coin at the moment. So it's been going up one position. But the important aspect is yesterday it did pass Tron. Okay, it actually passed Tron, and it's soon going to pass Monero. But Monero is pretty close, so I was looking at, okay, what is the next kind of cool coin to kind of pass that HEX will soon pass? And it's basically Stellar. So Stellar is, let's see here. So Stellar is basically, what kind of position is it at? Stellar is top 14 coin at 6 cents, and it has a market cap of 1.3 billion. That means, yeah, you still need to add around 300 to 400 million dollars in market cap for HEX. But if the price would pump a little bit, that can happen fairly fast. Now, the interesting part about Stellar here is it's the short for that is XLM. And the kind of cool part about passing Stellar is that it's supposed to be this like global currency. And if you look at the stats, how Stellar has performed. So since the all-time low in 2015, that was 5 years ago, it is up 13,000%. Now that might sound high, but if we go and put the HEX here side by side and compare a little bit. So HEX is up in 5 months, it's basically up 9,700%. So I mean, that's around 10,000%, and that's in 5 months. And Stellar is up 13,400% in 5 years. Wait a sec, that's almost like 10x faster. I mean, because if HEX goes up a little bit more, it's going to be around 13,000% quite soon. And if it does that in 6 months, and if it took 5 years, let's do the math here. So how many months is that? So let's say 5 years times 12, 60 months divided by 6. Yes, if HEX goes up a little bit more, it would actually have, it's actually moving at the speed of 10x faster than Stellar. That is pretty epic. So that means that it's going to pass Stellar pretty soon. And obviously it can do this, like HEX can do this because it is designed from the start to be a time-locked coin. So it's a coin that's designed to reward people that lock up their coins and basically never sell, never dump it, but they get rewarded more coins if they just stay locked up. Now, this is not something that you have with Stellar. Stellar, I haven't looked at too much deeper into it, but I think they want to do this like world currency thing. And the problem with that is we're starting to realize that there may not be that much money in like being a world currency, because most of the times when we need to pay something in life, we use pay companies. We don't. So there was a lot of this idea about the liquidity idea, and that the value would be in having this massive currency that people send around all the time. But just because, we mainly pay companies for services, like we go and buy food from companies, we pay rent usually to companies or something like that. We usually don't send that much value around to friends and family. But the idea, I think, behind Stellar was that there's like a lot of value in this, in like being, in like that everyone is going to do transactions all the time. But it seems like that's really not going to be the case. Um, yeah, so it's pretty epic, to be honest. It's going to be epic to pass Stellar, because if we can pass Stellar, that means we're going to pass XRP soon. And I can't wait to see what the XRP fanboys and the fanboy army is going to say when HEX is passing them. I'm not even sure if they are aware of HEX at the moment, because many people are not, because it can kind of be hard to find, because most of the mainstream companies in crypto industry, in the blockchain industry, they're kind of gatekeeping HEX at the moment. And I understand why, because HEX is so good, it's basically going to take all the attention away from all the silly nonsense, and they put all the economic power in HEX, because they can print trustless interest using a smart contract, so you don't even need to use exchanges anymore. So I understand why all these centralized exchanges and like centralized news pages, why they're so afraid of HEX, because HEX is basically solving a lot of this nonsense. It's solving a lot of this stuff that people are kind of concerned about with the Bitcoin and all these other kind of tokens. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna pass Stellar quite soon. And if we take a look at hex.live, one thing that's I'm super excited, I'm super hyped about, at least right now, is that we're kind of almost at around all-time highs in the Ethereum price. So let's go to the Ethereum price of HEX is extremely high right now. And if we go to hexinfo.io, I want to see how many X's it's up against Ethereum, because it just looks good. Yeah, 70x. Up 70x return on investment in ETH. Yeah, the current price in Gwei is 29,080 Gwei. From the all-time low was 415 Gwei. Super, super cool. Investment in BTC 80x and investment in USD 98x. You really can't have better stats than this in just 5 months. So it's super exciting to follow HEX, because in this launch phase, I mean, still used in the launch phase, we're still used in early May, and we have all these other months where we still are in a launch phase. And if we already can have this amazing performance, imagine a couple of more months. Yeah, I think it's going to be really, really cool and exciting to follow. Especially exciting to follow the share rate and see how that kind of goes up all the time. Which means, yeah, I mean, it's just super exciting to follow, right? So predicted share price on big payday is 1.11 now, and at the moment the share price today is 1.02. That's around a 5x or 4x or something like that increase, I think. That is pretty cool, man. So yeah, I wanted to do this update video because we hit the last goal of passing TRX. So the next guy to pass is Stellar. And then it's like, even if the prices stay the same as this right now, and with the launch phase and all these new coins coming out in circulating supply, I still think already right now it would be top 10 coin, even if the price would stay the same. So if the prices goes up a little bit, it is top 3 coin kind of fast, right? That means it's going to flip all these, a lot of these Bitcoin forks, and even the XRP, and probably eventually even Ethereum. And it gets really, really exciting when it flips Ethereum, and ERC20 coin to flip Ethereum. Wow, I can't wait to see that happening. Yeah, have a great day, YouTube and Steam blockchain. Bye-bye.